cap, and some of the changes were good things. Do you think hockey has saved itself, or has your opinion changed on what hockey has done since then?
No, I think my opinion from having written that book, and that was I got to say that was a heck of a lot of fun. I've written 8 books now, and most of them are about people in politics, and um, that book was a hell of a lot of fun, I got to say, and it reminded me about how joyous it can be to be a sports reporter, or in this case, writing about sports. Because I basically said to the publisher, "Okay, you want me to write this book on former Ontario Premier John Robarts, and I will do that, and that's fine. But that's it. I only ever wanted to write one book, and I think the Robarts book was my third one. And then after the Robarts book came out, they said, "Well, we really like another book out of you." And I said, "No, I'm done." And they said, "What about hockey?" And I said, "Oh, wait, that's different." Because I basically spent a year while doing my regular duties at TVO. Going to hockey games all over North America, hanging out at arenas, talking to hockey players. Um, one of the most enjoyable interviews I did, this really surprised me. I walked into the Leaf dressing room after practice one day because I wanted to interview Ty Domi for a chapter in that book. And I walked up and introduced myself, and he said, "I know who you are." And that really surprised me because nobody in any locker room, in any dressing room in the NHL knows who I am. I cover news. I don't cover any sports at all. So they didn't have a clue who I was. And so I sat down beside him, and he said, yeah, I know. You're the guy who you moderate the leaders debates during election time. And I've seen your show. And this really surprised me. And Ty and I had just a terrific conversation about the role of the enforcer in the game, and the fact that with the new rules coming in and no more clutch and grab and a much less significant influence on fighting, whether or not, he felt somewhat of an endangered species in the game. But Joe, doing that book was just so much fun because it did tap into that little kid in me who just wants to talk to hockey players and find out how they do what they do. As I said, I'm 63 and I still play hockey once or twice a week because I love the game so much. And I've just always, I'm no good, but I love it. And I've just always wanted to find out from these guys how they do what they do, because I think it's just such a difficult game to play and yet so joyous to play. And so that book was really a tremendous amount of fun to write.
Yeah, and Ty does have a lot on the ball, and for those who've had a chance to meet him, it strikes a lot of people. It surprises them that he has so much on the ball, but he is a
Well,
sharp
and
guy.
also, Joe,
Now,
he was
yeah,
dating Belinda Stronach at the time, and she was a member of, future member of Parliament. So, he certainly knew his politics and was aware of what was going on far more than you might give him credit for.
right. So in the book, you talked about